Let's Get It, where we attack today's local and national hottest sports topics. I'm your host, Randy Dutkin, and let's get after it.
Good morning, all, and welcome to Let's Get It. I'm your host, Randy Dutkin, along with my co-host and producer, Jason Bryce, and always co-host, Coach Marcus Bullock, coming to you on a chilly Sunday morning. Got a lot to get into today. Going to talk about the Eagles. Going to get into the return of Joel Embiid and the ongoing Sixers struggles, along with a lot of other good topics today, as we have a lot to get into on the docket. But as always, before we get into everything, I always like to check in with everyone. Jay, how are you doing this morning?
Hey, man, I'm doing all right. Feeling good. Thankful for great Thanksgiving. Doing well, man. Just back to the rat race next week. Kind of wish that we had one more day. Oh, I could call out tomorrow, but I can't. So it's all
be
good.
Frowned upon.
Oh, well, you can't do it. You just can't do it.
Is that
not before or after a holiday?
Okay.
Without a doctor's note. So, now that's the only job I've ever had that was like that. Now, any other job I could just, you call out the day before, then you kind of extended it a little bit.
Exactly. Absolutely.
No can do. So we're back to the grind, though. But feeling good, man. Had a good Saturday, prepared. Was finally able to kind of just do like responsible stuff that I needed to do. You know what I'm saying? Like clean the house and, pull out something to cook, and you know what I'm saying. So I feel good going into Monday, even though that starts Saturday. So
you know what? That does make you feel good, though. That does make you feel good, even though it's a pain sometimes when you get that good cleaning going. Yeah. You tackle some chores that you go to do. I know you do, and then you finally sit down. And you're like, okay. I adulted. I
adulted. I was able to watch my Sixers, but fell short.
We'll get into that.
It's all good though. Doing good though.
We'll get into that in return of Joel Embiid, but the Sixers struggles. Coach, how are you? I did see that you had the big induction ceremony.
Oh, congratulations!
Congratulations!
Wait a minute. Yeah, let's give it up for him. All right, congratulations.
Appreciate it. All was good. Yeah, we had the Hall of Fame induction yesterday. It was a nice event. Good time. I wasn't. I didn't really know anybody. There was a lot of people that were older than me. I was the youngest person there. So it was cool. But it was a good time. But all is good. I'm like the opposite. I didn't do anything this weekend, and I feel like. I feel like worse about it. Meaning like I feel so lethargic and like I wish I would have just kept going, But other than that, man, all is good. Back at it tomorrow like everybody else.
Hey, that would make him feel even more bad about it or something.
Yeah.
No, I hear you though. Listen, so I'm sure you needed that too, though, and you needed a chance to just sit back, relax, watch the games, do whatnot.
Did you have your stuffing?
I did have my stuff.
No doubt. Okay, Randy, what did you have?
My stuff.
I was
still having it. Did you have your green bean almondine, Randy?
No. This was green bean casserole?
Oh, whatever.
That's tonight. I'm getting some green bean casserole tonight.
You didn't have it for Thanksgiving?
No, I told you guys we went out to dinner for Thanksgiving. That was actually, it was very good. But, like I said, we went to the Italian restaurant, went to Carlucci's, and it was good. But they had a Thanksgiving platter. But then they just had a regular meal. So I actually ended up getting a regular Italian dinner.
Oh, you didn't
even have Thanksgiving.
You didn't even want Thanksgiving food.
No. I mean, it looks good, but when I was there, I know exactly what I should stick to. It was good. I mean, the Thanksgiving platter, a couple of my family members got it, and it did look good.
What did it have? Turkey?
Yeah, it was turkey, stuffing, cranberry sauce. It was generic.
Okay.
But then, as everyone, likes to post their dinners on the newspaper, I did feel like I was missing out on
sure enough.
So, but it was all right.
You'll have your green bean casserole in celebration of Hanukkah.
Yes.
Happy Hanukkah.
Thank
First
you.
day. So the happy Hanukkah to everybody out there.
Yeah, it's funny though, because like a lot of people always think like Hanukkah's like a really big deal and a big but it's not. It's really not a big holiday in the Jewish religion. That's it's no, like if you would even rank the holidays, I'd say it's probably like 4th or 5th on the list.
Wow.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
So it's fine. I mean, obviously we celebrate and everything, but it's not.
What's number one?
Yom Kippur.
That's what I thought.
Yeah, Yom Kippur.
Okay.
You have Yom Kippur, Rosh Hashanah, and then I would even say Sukkot.
I don't know.
Yeah, Sukkot, and I know you're familiar with it, and
Yeah, but I'm not. So what is what is Sukkot? I mean, I don't know what that is.
Well, Sukkot basically represents like the harvest and whatnot, and building actually what you should do is you build a sukkah, which is kind of what was built out back in the day. The Jews built when they were out because it helped with the rain to come through, helped with the harvesting the vegetables and whatnot, and you actually build. We did it when I was younger. You would build it was kind of out of wood, and then you would have the top and the sides would be closed, but the top would be open and allow you to just see from above, and your higher power shine down.
When is it?
It usually it's right around like April-ish.
Okay.
If I'm wrong,
I think you're wrong.
when is it usually?
I think
when do they celebrate it?
It's in the fall. I believe it's in like October-ish, early October.
Coach, you know what? You believe that, and I believe I'm confused and I'm not right.
No, I think Coach is right. Actually,
wait a minute. It's been. Are you Jewish? What's going on? How don't you know?
Because listen. It's been many years since I've celebrated.
Oh, listen, listen.
My new employment, I celebrate every
He's
year.
right.
No, I
He's not wrong.
understand it.
He's not wrong. He's not wrong.
I didn't think he was wrong. I'm looking at you, okay? Because
I know.
from the moment you started speaking about it, you kind of were like a little unsure about it.
I think I'm asked for a raise at work.
Oh, you might. I mean, I was gonna say, and I feel like I get I get stripped of some of my, some of my stripes here. Oh man!
Now listen, just quick question, and I'm sure each one is equally important and stuff like that. But do that particular one with Yom Kippur, you said that's the most important one.
Yes.
Do you get gifts then?
No.
Okay,
You don't get that. That's the Day of Atonement.
Okay, Day of Atonement. So the Hanukkah is the only holiday besides Bar Mitzvah or whatever that you get gifts.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
I got you.
And the bar and bat mitzvahs are blowouts.
Okay. Hey, listen, you mind if I give a shout out real quick?
Sure.
Okay.
I know. Too.
No, well, no, I wanted to ask permission.
Oh, sure.
Because I know you were eloquently telling us about a holiday that you had no idea about. But listen, I want to shout out Tony, though, across the street, my neighbor, man. You know what I'm saying? We've been dealing with a couple of things over here this week, whatever. So just wanted to shout him out real quick.
Okay.
That's all. So what's up, Tony? How you doing, man?
All right. Yeah, man. It's actually funny though that we do that because all the time though people always saying about the Hanukkah and other holidays, and the thing is I start to educate, and then like you said, I slip up under my own words.
Right. It's all good though. It's all
good. Everyone gets a little education, but I guess what I should do is have any questions in the future, I'll just reach out to Marcus to verify.
Right,
verify everything for me.
Which is a testament to you, Coach. I just want to say
I'm right in the midst.
Right.
It is. Oh man, but like I said, it was really good though. The last week of sports. I know that I think the first thing to get into though is the way of what happened on Thanksgiving and how it impacted the Eagles with the Cowboys going down in overtime to the Raiders, and it was an awesome game. And now the Eagles are sit in a situation where they're kind of controlling their own destiny. They could be in the race for a wild card, even in division, if things kind of work out that way. And, now you have – it's interesting because we talked about it on other shows about how, you root for the team to make the playoffs or not make the playoffs, and fans don't want this or that. But they win today against the Giants, and they're right back in it. And it's fun, and that's all I can say. It's fun.
That's a tough one. I'm in a bit of a pickle.
Right. Okay. I know. I was going to ask you about that.
Yeah. I'm in a situation.
No, you're not.
I am, man.
You're not. And
I am, man.
At the end of the day, because here's why you're not. If they were both 2-8, it would be a tough decision.
Okay.
But you got a team that's playing for something, and a team that is probably better off losing.
Okay.
It's simple.
I don't know. I you know what? Listen, I want to root for the Giants, and I'm probably going to root for the Giants, but I can't. I don't have the same energy about the Eagles losing like I used to.
I know you said that.
It's the truth.
It
really is the truth.
I think because it said
I'm not there to buy. Like I'm not buying no Eagle gear.
Right.
I'm not there yet.
I'm gonna get you one. I'm gonna get you something.
No.
All right.
No. I'm not there yet.
I'm gonna get you a Carson Wentz jersey.
No. you framed yours.
No, I did not. No, I did
You still have it though, don't you?
No. Got rid of it.
I don't believe
I don't
you.
believe that.
All right. Well,
I don't believe
I got rid of it.
you got rid of
What
it.
did you do with it?
Threw it out. Actually,
No.
I put it in the.
Yeah, right. See, right.
I put it in the
Right.
donation bin. So I don't throw back clip. Put them in the donation bin.
Did you really?
Yeah,
Wow, that's impressive.
Wow.
That's
I
impressive.
got rid of it. Yeah, and I even had a football that was like signed by Carson. Got rid of it.
Wow.
Yeah.
Now listen. If Carson wound up making the Hall of Fame or something, or Carson wound up doing his thing, don't pull them items out then, okay? I'm just letting you know because I don't forget things. Okay?
Oh, listen, no.
So no. Some people they'll tell me a lie 5 years ago and then change it up. Be like, wait a minute, he told me. So my mind is like that. So I'm going.
Steel trap.
So you sure you threw it out?
Positive.
Okay. All right.
It's positive. I remember going through it and I was like, nah, it's done. But I mean, I know what you're saying. though. I mean, today's actually the Giants, like I said, they're a mess too, though. And like I said, they had just fired Jason Garrett, the offensive coordinator.
They needed to.
Yeah. I mean, it was absolutely. It was terrible. Watching them
sucks.
trying to play was a joke. And it's funny because he was basically the same guy that he was when he was in Dallas as a head coach.
Thank you.
In the role of offensive coordinator.
Right.
And-
But how did he even get that job when they stripped him of his playmaking duties for 6 years
Oh, yeah, I know.
in Dallas? You know what I'm saying? But then he became offensive coordinator.
I don't know. I think it was just at the time, it was, with New York, it was just a name. And, I don't think too many people had expectations right now for the Giants. So they were like, all right, we'll just put you here and
He sucks.
fill a void. And I mean,
Sucks.
and then you got the quarterback, Daniel Jones. A lot of people are down on him. They think he sucks.
I think he sucks too.
But
I do. Danny dimed. He dimed out.
but today is also Michael Strahan Jersey retirement day, an all-time
Oh, so maybe
Giant legend.
Yeah. I mean, he's a legend. Yeah, I mean, yes, he's a legend. You know what I mean? I wonder where he ranks. I guess he's up there with like LT, but not. He's below
No.
LT.
He's below.
Yeah, I was
He's
gonna say,
below
definitely.
LT.
Yeah, I mean, he was a game changer, but Lawrence Taylor, everyone was just scared of Lawrence
Yeah.
Taylor.
I mean, but you have even Harry Carson. I think he's below him too. Well, he might be right there with him and stuff like that. Carl Banks.
I was gonna say I put him on the Carl Banks.
Carl Banks, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, you know what I mean? He's a good Giant. Like, Strahan was tough, you know what I mean? But I also I think Pierre Paul should get some recognition. too.
JPP was real good.
I thought he was really good for us. you know what I mean?
Yeah. So, and then now he went down to Tampa Bay and was successful too.
Yeah.
So-
yeah. I just think that he had success, and I miss that Giant defense.
Well,
Giants always played D, Big Blue.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That's what they are. And during the years, when we had the really good rivalries too, when it was Strahan, the Eagles Giants with McNabb and Strahan, that's what it was. The Giants defense led the way. I mean, we'll see. I mean, like I said, today you got a situation where, like you said, the Eagles win. They can get back to 500. The Cowboys are reeling. And then, the wild card is wide open too. And it'll be fun too, because this is actually playing out the best way that you could hope for as an Eagles fan if you truly are rooting for the goodness of the team, because you have ability to evaluate the team and now also evaluate them under pressure situations, not just playing meaningful games and seeing what Sirianni, seeing what Hurts can do in, playoff type game.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like Hurts has been proving himself. Do you feel like he's improving, or you feel like he's still average at best?
I'm not saying he was average at best.
Oh, you did say that.
Well,
But I'm just saying, are people still complaining?
oh, absolutely.
Why though?
I don't understand.
Damn.
Well, I mean, I still think he hasn't proven himself to be an elite quarterback.
That's true. Yeah.
I think he can be.
I mean, you saying elite like Rodgers and stuff like that?
The top. I mean, you have your top tier where there's one guy.
Right.
You have the next tier. He's not in that tier. He's he's in the bottom of that next tier. I think he's a middle of the road quarterback in the NFL.
I think he's showing that
Which
you might
fair.
be.
Which
That's
means
fair.
right now, I'm saying
That's
today,
fair.
which
That's
means
fair.
I think you can win with him,
Right.
but the pieces around him have to be really good
Yes.
if you're gonna go far.
Okay.
And I think what he's doing is he's proving that he's a starting quarterback in the NFL,
Sure.
which I think at the beginning of the season, I would have said he's a backup.
Mm-hmm.
I think he's proven he can start in the, and I think hopefully he's showing the ownership, the general manager that we don't need a quarterback. We need other pieces when we go to this draft.
Right.
So hopefully that's what they see this as, and don't go try to trade up for some guy that's unproven and they say, okay, no, we need an offensive lineman, we need linebackers, we need just to try to make the team better. That's what I hope he's showing.
Right. I don't know. I mean, I think so too. I'm not saying he's arrived. I'm not saying that he's the franchise yet. He's definitely in the conversation though. Right? Or no?
No, I think he's done more than enough to earn this job. I mean,
to be
to say we can move forward with him as our quarterback.
Yeah,
absolutely.
I think he has, and I think one of the biggest adjustments has been the play calling, right?
Well, yeah, and that's
everything.
That's been the biggest change. Like I said, is not that it Hurts has put them on their back, but they've utilized their strength, and that's been running the football.
Hurts has put them on. Yes, I'm very in tune with language. What did you? He. You know what? And here's what I think he's getting a break, a bad break. I think people think that he still can't throw. So they're actually minimizing his attributes of running and holding it against him.
Well, that's what they do with every running quarterback.
Yeah. I mean, because like
with Lamar.
I was just going to say Lamar Jackson is,
Which is what worries me, though, about him.
Okay.
Because we've seen a lot of quarterbacks and his number one strength is his ability to run the ball.
Okay.
And I don't mean run the ball like designed runs. I mean, nothing's there. I can still run. So that's always a threat.
Right.
And quarterbacks like that have had success, but we haven't seen a quarterback like that have sustained success over many years.
Okay.
Even like Lamar was MVP level, and then he's come down to earth, for whatever reason it is.
Right. Okay.
So I don't know. That's what worries me about him right now. And I think at the end of the day, you still have to be able to sit in that pocket and pick people apart to make it. I'm talking about to win a Super Bowl, to make it far in the playoffs.
Right. But what does that have to? Is that like a coaching thing? Where so if I'm a coach and you got this dude that can throw and run, but you like him running, so now they're just going to exploit that, right? And just allow him to do that type of creativity. But then the quarterback gets the knock on it because they say he can't throw or whatever the case may be, but it's not necessarily the case. It's more that's what the coach is utilizing them, is relegating them to. You know what I mean? I seen big plays from Jalen last week, man. Big plays, throwing with the arm and with the play, and then he shook the. If it wasn't for Jalen Hurts, if it wasn't for Jalen, the Eagles don't win that game
for sure.
No, absolutely, and
but I don't see him getting that level of reward.
No,
that level of praise.
He's not. I mean, and he's not. That's what I'm saying. I mean, in the grand scheme of things, I think a lot of people are still not set on him. I mean, they want this pocket passer. They want a guy who can pick apart the defense with his arm. But look, at the end of the day, if you're winning and you're improving, then I'm okay with you as the quarterback. I mean, and I love the way he leads. I think he's a true leader on the field. Mm-hmm. I think the team plays hard for him, which I've said before. I mean, like Coach, like you said, he's done enough this year that I say, let's move forward with him. Because they have a huge draft capital next year where they can improve these players around him, like you were saying. Get him. I say another receiver, and then attack the defensive side of the ball. I mean, you can truly build around this kid. I mean, like I said, what do you do if you draft another quarterback? It's a hope. Like any of the quarterbacks coming out too. Nobody is just that set. There's no studs coming out. It was like the year almost like when the Giants went and they got Daniel Jones, and he was supposed to be, the key.
He's garbage.
I don't see. And then the thing is too, what do you do with Jalen Hurts? You draft another quarterback, and he's just like, all right, I'm out.
I don't even understand why it's still in that conversation.
I have no idea either.
It's like they don't even value.
And when I see the the things all how we might trade for this, and then they're still in the works for a Russell Wilson or a guy who might be traded. I look at it and I say, why would you go and trade all your picks for Jalen Hurts. I'm not saying he's going to be Russell Wilson, but I think he's a young version of a guy like Russell Wilson. So, right. I mean, I don't understand it either. I think that I don't want to say that it's the least problem, but I don't think that quarterback right now is an area of focus that I'm that worried about with the Eagles. I'm okay with Jalen Hurts, and I'm okay with moving forward with him.
I think it is your least worry on your team is the quarterback. I think he's the of all the positions you have. I think, and I can't think of another one. I mean, I would say maybe left tackle, but Malata's been hurt, so like that's a Lane. We're not sure. He's a wild card. So like I think he's your most productive player. Like that. Why are you going to go replace that? And to go back to what you were saying about he's not getting the praise or the rewards from what he's doing. I think a lot has to do because they're 5-6. So I don't think the team's getting any praise. I don't think anybody's getting any praise. I don't think people are as in as they have been in the past because they're 5-6. It's not like it's like I think if they were 7-4 right now, I think it would be a little bit different. I don't know if his praise would be different, but I think the talk behind the team would be different. And there'd just be more. And maybe if they win this game, that changes because now they're really in the mix. Yeah. So we'll see.
I just think that specifically, definitely like the Philadelphia area fans, they're just not really high on him. They just, for whatever reason, I just don't know what it is. I don't know. I actually feel like I've seen him doing a little more than what I've seen Carson doing. And they still would rather Carson over Jalen. I still don't understand it.
No, yeah, there still is a big contingent.
A big contingent that still want Carson, and I just don't understand that.
No, and like I said, every Sunday I watch the games and talk to buddies. I get Jalen's not the answer. He can't make the throws. He can't do this, and
he's making the throws though. Exactly. Is he not making the throws? I don't know. What am I seeing? I
think the thing is people want to see him win the game with his arm in crunch time. And that's what I think. I mean, I think they're waiting to see that because a lot of people are saying like the numbers that he does get, or when he has thrown for passes.
And see, that's where I'm just like, is it football? Because do you want to see the numbers that you get with your arm, or do you just care about winning the damn game?
That's I
don't understand.
My thing is win the football game. If you get me 3 touchdowns,
what's the matter?
And they did it on your feet, I don't care.
So what?
I mean, it doesn't. And like you said, the way that he's won the games, he's kept them in the games. He's made some big throws. I mean, he's got Devonta Smith, who's been an absolute stud out there. I mean, it's been the first time in a while that you can say the Eagles have a stud receiver. And
I just want him, and I think that's why I rallied behind him, because I'm like, give him his due.
Oh yeah, and I mean,
he deserves his due.
He does, and we brought it up on other shows. If you even compare and contrast his numbers and Carson's numbers, they were very close. So it's we're talking about success as far as what he's brought to the field. It's been the same there, and. It's just I don't understand why people are still against this kid. He's done nothing but come in and work hard, done nothing but come in and say the right thing. So, I don't get it. And like I said, like you said, there is a big contingent of fans who are out there saying you can't win with Jalen Hurts. And I say, you can win with Jalen Hurts. Absolutely. I mean, I actually think, like even this year. I mean, so what are you going to say if they're able to win? I mean, the way that the schedule's set up, they can probably go 4-2 down the stretch.
Crazy.
And end up 9-7.
Wow.
And then be playing for the division title week 18 versus the Cowboys. Which is, I mean, and what more would you ask for?
Who are you more excited about now? I mean, is America more excited about? I'm more excited about the Eagles than I am about the Cowboys, any other team in that division right now. And that says a lot as a Giants fan. I am more excited about the upward progress of the Eagles. And maybe it's a little more intimate to me, maybe. I'm not sure. But I just feel like it's a real clear situation of somebody just not getting his due for balling out. And he's balling. He's taking all the negativity and he's balling. And I don't understand. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, even, he had 3 touchdowns?
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? He rushed for 3. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, that's just to me, you know, he's a great quarterback. He's multifaceted. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, if nothing's there, what do you want him to do?
Right. I mean,
get sacked or run his ass.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
exactly.
So I don't understand it, man.
I mean, I think the Eagles are trending up. I think the Cowboys are trending down.
Yes.
But I think the Cowboys right now would still be the better team.
Okay.
If healthy, if healthy. Like I said, I know. I think even Sunday they were missing Amari Cooper, you know, though, and
early.
You know, and I think that's what the thing is. I mean, overall, look, unless you're a Cowboys fan, you'd root against the Cowboys. So people love to see the Cowboys lose, and that's why people are excited about, like you said, Jay. You know, is the overall sports, NFL fan more excited about that. And I think they're saying, okay, because if they can see the Cowboys collapse, because when the Cowboys started 7-2, you know.
Yeah, and to be honest with you, I was happy. I know my brother Steve, he loves. I mean, my gosh, he loves the Cowboys, man. You know, if you're at his house and it's going on, you almost got to be quiet so that, because if you're talking and you're distracting Cowboys on the field, you know what I'm saying? So, but the dude, who was that? Was it a safety or defensive end, or was it safety or defensive back or whatever?
Parsons?
No, who got cooked by Deshaun Jackson? Was getting cooked.
Oh yeah, I forget. I'm not sure.
I don't know his name.
You know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah,
getting cooked.
And Deshaun showing that he still got it. Still got it for one play. Going back to Jalen Hurts, though, you look at his numbers. I mean, he's got, the 60% completion rate pass. He got 2,300 yards. 13 touchdowns. I mean, they're decent numbers. I'm trying to find the rushing yards, but because that's more. But yeah, every game, just 70 yards, 50 yards, 60 yards, 70 yards. He's producing, and
but people are mad because the throwing yards is not as high as they want it to be. They figure that you know what people are figuring. Oh, you know what? Because he's running, it's easier for him.
Well, how about but here's the thing, though. You want to look at the numbers right now. You got him. He's got 3,000 total yards, pretty much, and then he's got 21 total touchdowns, and that's thus far this season. Mm-hmm. That means that right now, and he's on pace to have over 5,000 total yards and 30-some touchdowns. I mean, those are damn good numbers.
It's a great number.
However you look at it. I mean, you think about it. I mean, if obviously, I'm not going to compare him the way he throws to a Patrick Mahomes, but total yards wise, he's putting up numbers.
Right. And that's the thing. Like, so if that's my argument, I'm gonna let it go. Okay. But because he can do so many gifted things with his feet, it's almost like, oh, well, you're taking the easy way out. But and people are knocking that against him. Like, I mean, I'm just being honest with you.
You're right.
What I'm feeling.
You're right.
I'm like, oh, okay. So because he didn't throw for 300 yards, but he scored 3 touchdowns. He rushed for this. He threw for maybe 160 or whatever. Oh, you know what? Nah, it's easy for him.
Right.
That's messed up.
No,
man. Like,
you're
you know
right.
what I'm saying?
You're right.
And I think that because he can rush, people don't value him. And I think, I honestly, I'm just being honest. I think that's why you made the statement of saying average at best, because you think you don't really see. We're so used to just the quintessential quarterback, throw. But if he could throw and run, it just makes him isn't that why we loved Carson at one time? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, he was rushing a little bit. He was extending plays.
Yeah.
He was just getting smacked.
Yeah, because he was an idiot when he ran. And now don't disrespect Jalen Hurts, because Jalen Hurts is much more the runner than Carson Wentz ever was.
Absolutely.
So, I mean, it's going to be – I think the fear, too, is, though, like Coach said before, running quarterbacks just don't last. And I think that that's why people want to see more of his ability to throw. And but he said he's been making the throws when it's mattered. And
sure.
So, and that's the important part of it.
Sure.
So, but we'll see what happens today. I said before we end the show, we'll get our prediction from each person. But before that, want to kind of transition over. Joel Embiid returned last night to the Sixers after being out for the COVID. Unfortunately, they dropped a game that I felt that they should have won. against Minnesota last night.
Yeah.
Drops them now to 2-8 in their last 10 games.
They're 10-10 right now, right?
Yeah.
10-10. Yeah.
Yeah. And so, I don't worry about, I said it before, I don't worry about records this early in the season, but I worry about the team in general. And, obviously I was amazed at how the way Embiid came back last night, but he still does some dumb plays sometimes,
Yeah, but it's just the attention to detail.
Mm-hmm.
But the only thing I saw that bothered me, because he definitely didn't have his win beneath him or whatever.
No, still had a huge night.
He still had a huge night, and actually he got cooking to me in the overtime a little better than he did. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But what bothers me is the double team. It's when you can't see it, and that's, to me, that's somebody that's just not being cognizant that it's coming.
Right.
It's awareness. You know what I'm saying? And so that frustrated me. But it didn't frustrate me as much as Maxey frustrated me. Maxey frustrated me because he's tried to make that same pass you go back and look at the tape, 2-3 previous times, and they almost stole it, or it's got their hands on it, or whatever the case may be. So it's a terrible pass. Or the Minnesota guards got the timing of it. So they already know what you want to do. Almost like that. He was one isolation play where he was going against Cat Williams, right? He's juking.
Williams.
What is this? Cat? I'm not Cat Williams. What's his name, man? You know what I mean? Right. What's his name? Cat. Oh, his name is Cat. Shit. Right. Paul Anthony Towns. Right. Yo, he's going against.
I just pictured Cat Williams.
No. And for a minute, I was like, okay, and I went with it. And I was like, oh, you get.
But Maxey's dancing, and then what's he going to do? He's going to go right, and finish with what? The little
scoop. Yeah.
Right. They throwing that shit, man. You know what I'm saying? People watching film on you now. So now you got to switch up. You got to switch it up now, because now they know what you like to do. So that was the only thing that discouraged me about that game, because that was they went up 2 off the turnover. Right. That's why, and that's how you lost the game, off the turnover. You can't make that pass like that. You just can't, man.
No, but it's even like I said, in general, like I said, they late in the game, let's say with Embiid, he's got to kick that out there at the end. Seth Curry was wide open.
You mean that shot where he didn't get no shot up?
Yeah, at the end of the game.
Oh, he didn't see him.
No, I was gonna say he must not have seen him because he was wide.
I didn't even see that. He was wide open.
Oh my goodness! All he had to do was kick it out to him. He had a wide open 3.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
But he's got to know. Like I said, he was basically triple teamed. He's got to know.
It's where it's
and that's what it was. Because obviously he said get that inbound pass and then kick. The guys came right over, kick it out. Curry's got the shot. Boom. I mean, if he hits it, he hits it. But
at least you have an attempt. It's terrible.
That's what bothers me more.
When you don't, you get no attempt.
Right. That's what bothers me more is that and like I said, he had that chance where he'd had a chance to do his turnaround, get a shot, and he realized, okay, I'm not going to get a shot up. That's when he's got to try to get it out. Throw it up towards the the 3-point area, where Curry was. I mean, at the end of the day, what are your biggest concerns right now with the situation?
I mean, I think Maxey's got to continue to play the way he played when Embiid was out, when everybody was out.
Good point.
I think he definitely deferred too much last night. I think he wasn't the same player, and it's definitely a different team when Embiid's on the floor. But I think if they're going to be a legit team, minus Ben Simmons or minus whatever Ben Simmons can bring you, so that roster spot is just a 0 right now. If they're still going to contend, Maxey's got to be the Maxey he was with the addition of Embiid. And I think that's going to take some time. But I was just looking at the standings. The East is pretty crazy right now.
Yeah.
I mean, the only teams, Indiana is in 13th place, and they're 5.5 games out of first place. So it's tight, man. The Brooklyn's in first with 6 losses, and Indiana's in 13th with 12 losses. So everybody's right there, and so the records don't matter right now, but every game matters. Is gonna matter. So you these kind of games. And Minnesota's been playing well, but you can't give up those kind of games.
No, but and it's funny you mentioned that about Brooklyn. I mean, I was in there, they were getting booed at home last night, and Harden had 7 turnovers. So, but they had 20 as a team last night, but they were getting booed, and they're sitting there top of the Eastern Conference.
I'm watching it. You're right. Yo, Steph was wide open.
Yeah.
And he's just, because that's Embiid, just like, I got to take the shot. I'm the guy. Like, come on. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, they just got to get better, man. Just got to get better. And he's got to be better. He's got to be better. And I'm not there yet, but I'm almost there. I don't think they win nothing with Tobias. Tobias hurts me. It hurts me. I can't even believe I think he's soft.
He is soft.
Yeah,
I think
he's soft. He's soft.
No, he absolutely is.
Definitely soft.
Oh, it hurts.
And you think about the money that he's making.
Right. Like you see him, he has hesitation problems himself.
Yeah.
Mental. Okay. He's going down, fast break, whatever, this and that. You could see him like not really confident of what to do. You know what I'm saying? Where he should just rise up and dunk the ball. I mean, you got some hops, you 6'8", 6'9", whatever. But no, he gets stripped.
Yeah.
And he's always crying for a foul. And nobody's fouled you. They stripped you.
No, I mean, you're right.
It frustrates me.
We need him to be, if he's our second option, which he is currently, we're not any good. If he's the third, like a definite third option, I think he can be successful because there's no pressure on him.
Yeah.
But when he's the second option, which he's been for the last 2 ever since Jimmy left, and he's the second option, we can't do it.
That's not his role. His role is to be a very good third option.
Jay is just okay, unless he's getting it going. Defense is average at best.
Yeah, there you go.
Okay, he's been playing just average to me.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if it's the scheme that Doc is running. I don't know what it is.
You don't hear him. You don't, and that's the thing. You don't. His involvement in the game, his impact on the game, it's not there.
Right.
And like even when you're watching the game, you're not seeing big plays by Tobias. You're not seeing this. You're not. Allah's not yelling his name, and it's.
And in fact, I think coach he hit the nail on the head. Maxey has to continue.
Yeah. And you notice that too, though, because even in his numbers last night, he shot less. He was, I think, at one point, I think he had 15, 5, and 7 when I saw last. I'm not sure what he finished with.
15, 9 assists, 4 rebounds.
Okay. And that's a nice night,
It is, but again,
he was getting 20 plus though.
He's got to score more.
Yeah.
Embiid's going to get, in these kind of games, Embiid's going to get 30. Somebody's got to be in that 25 range.
And that's when, and Maxey, like you said, he was a little more hesitant with Embiid back out. Otherwise, Maxey was driving more. He was getting those 23, 25 points a night. Maxey was putting up 30 points some nights.
That's why I think he's a 2. I don't think he's a 1. I think he's a 2.
And like I said, I think this team, like we talked about it before, though. You don't know where they're going to go. You're not sure what's going on with Ben Simmons. I mean, the last week or 10 days, you haven't really even heard of him.
I heard he was in the building last night.
Simmons was in the building last night? That's
what I heard.
Oh.
I heard he was in the building at shoot around.
Oh.
Well, he was shooting around.
Okay.
I saw a video.
All right.
So I don't know.
Shooting 3?
No, his little thing, his little lean back, left heave from the
little lazy.
Line. Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Doing
that.
So what does that mean? So what did they,
He's going to play. He's going to play again. You know what I'm saying? Let me, listen, you got the rumor from, what's his name?
Howard Eskin.
Eskin saying he's broke.
Yeah.
Right?
I hate Howard Eskin.
You got John Wall.
I cannot stand Howard Eskin.
You got John Wall talking about coming back, and that's a Rich Paul client. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I'm just saying,
but I'm not doing a John Wall for Ben Simmons deal.
I'm not feeling any extreme rush to trade Ben Simmons.
No, I'm just saying,
so Ben Simmons, you're gonna be, if you don't play, that means you're gonna be just assed out.
Yeah, absolutely. And but going back to that, Howard Eskin, though, can't stand listening to him.
He might, but he knows his stuff though, right?
No, but the thing is, he has the Howard way.
Broke.
No, he's not broke.
There's no way.
But Howard Eskin has been known to make bold, ridiculous statements over the years, and that's how he's made a career. And he is good at what he does, but it's the Howard way or no way. I cannot stand listening to him.
Listen, he's saying, he's saying he's broke. I don't think he's broke. But I do think that he needs that money, though.
Well, everybody.
Well, yeah. I mean, it's not. He's losing out. But like,
Is he still being fined every game?
He was fined like 6 games, man, just for that West Coast trip.
yeah,
man.
yeah. He was. Yeah, he was.
He didn't play no game.
Nope. And I mean, the West Coast trip was tough. I mean, out there, and I mean, we kind of expected it to go the way it did. I mean, man, I'll tell you one thing though. After watching that Warriors game, I did place a little bet on them to win the title.
Yeah,
because they are.
So they're legit.
Yeah,
they're legit. They're legit.
Yeah, and Clay's coming back with a vengeance.
Yeah, well, it's gonna take him a little couple of games or whatever.
No, I know, but they're lock it in. They're going to the finals.
I like the Warriors and the Suns though. That's a nice. I want to see that game. That's a game's coming up soon. I think it's coming up soon. That's a good game. Tuesday, I think. It's a good game.
Yeah, West Coast game though.
I know, but I'm just saying, like they're very similar.
No,
they play well together.
Yeah.
And that's the thing. What's so great about the Warriors and the Suns? What's so great about them? They move the ball.
Ball movement. I was about to say ball.
They move the ball, man. Like
everybody, and that's the thing. Everyone that they bring in can play in that system and plays their role perfectly.
They move the ball.
And that's what it was. And I mean, man, Steph was just. He's so fun to watch. Of course, I know you say it all the time, but like I guess it's at this point we come to expect all he does, as a fan. But when you're watching a game like that, I'm just like, wow.
I still like whenever he does. I'm still in awe just watching him. Like the shots he gets off, the way he moves without the ball.
Exactly.
And it's just
it's so underappreciated. Like, and
I think he's the best player in the league.
You're not gonna hear argument from me.
I don't think it's Kevin Durant.
I mean, Kevin Durant's really, really, really good.
Just Steph is just you got to add 2 more reallys.
Yeah, I'm fine. Listen.
Yeah, I don't think anyone's.
I think Steph's the best point guard of all time. So you're not gonna get an argument from me.
Yeah.
I mean,
everybody says I'm like. I think Magic's overrated, but that's just me.
Because that is
overrated. He's not overrated.
People say Magic's top 5 player of all time. I think he's overrated.
I mean, how many rings he got? He got 5 rings, right? 4.
We're talking about players. So, what did Magic do well? I'm just asking. I don't know. I didn't see Magic play at that level.
I kind of understand.
Okay, hold on. So when your first thing you do well is pass,
We're talking about point guard, though.
you can't.
We're talking about point guard, though.
That's fine.
So the first thing you want from your point guard is the pass.
It's the pass. So he can come down and look that way and pass that way. He's a great player.
I'm saying.
I can't rock with that.
No, but I mean, the point guard he was a point guard, and because his player was out, he jumped center and played center and had like 42.
That's no. That's,
you know what I'm saying?
Like, no, I'm not saying he's not. I'm not saying he's not one of all-time greats. I'm saying he's not a top 5 guy. That's all I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
But see, that's an interesting question now.
So that's we don't have to.
Well, yeah, right. Now, who's top 5 now? I've seen I've seen Steph do some incredible shit.
I don't know if Steph's top 5 either. I'm just saying I don't think Magic's top 5.
I don't know. You know what? I wonder if the era matters.
I think it does.
It definitely does.
I think
it absolutely does because there's guys that couldn't play now that can play now that couldn't play in eras past and vice versa.
And them going into Boston, like you just knew if you played that game in Boston, you were losing.
Right.
But for them to go into Boston several times and beat them, it's almost like akin to like LeBron. Like I think LeBron's the only person that can beat Steph in them. Because he did it already.
Yeah.
I don't believe anybody else can.
I don't think the Lakers are doing anything.
No.
I mean,
well, I will say this. I don't think they're going to win, but if they were there, they'd have a chance just because he's done it already. There's a formula to beating the Warriors, and LeBron had it.
I think the Lakers are going to beat somebody in the playoffs that they're not supposed to, and then that'll be the end of it. I think they're going to make a run, but I don't think they can win it.
Yeah. I mean, it's like I said, it's still early. I mean, and you could see some of the frustration starting to build with LeBron a little bit.
Yeah. Well, he's not getting his status is coming down a little bit, right? Because he got the When you ever heard LeBron getting like suspended?
It's the first time it's ever happened.
Yeah.
Right.
We haven't talked about that, have we?
You know what I'm saying?
No, we did not.
We didn't talk.
We did not.
He
We
got
did not.
suspended. That never happens. I mean,
Yeah, and he kind of like, was baited by a nobody into that.
yeah.
Yeah, like because the guy, he was just playing hard.
Yeah.
And I don't think. We can get into. I don't think LeBron
Purposely.
I think he definitely meant to hit him. Like, yo, get off me. But I don't think he was trying to hit him in his eye, get his eye. I don't think all that was supposed to happen.
No.
But the way dude reacted, that was
Well, it was Hollywood.
that was too much.
Oh man, he was out of it was wild.
We know who he is now. I ain't know who he was.
Yeah, I know. But you're right. But that reaction from LeBron, him getting suspended, and then it carried over into that next game. I know where he was, agitated. The fans were getting to him. He had the fans kicked out of the game.
Yeah, but somebody said
No, I was reading. Yeah, I was reading that they were saying some real fucked up shit.
Yeah, about his son and whatever.
Yeah,
Oh, really?
they were.
Yeah.
I was reading that. They said that the fans were saying, "I hope Bronny dies in a car crash."
Yeah,
And so I was like, you know what? Good. If that's what they were saying, good. You do deserve to leave. You can always razz on players. You can say you suck, blah, blah, blah. Never talk about somebody's family or like that.
It's interesting because I had a couple people, on social media who are like, oh, LeBron, this is, and everybody's like, oh, I can't stand it. I'm like, for him to do, LeBron's heard everything.
Yeah, everything.
Yeah.
Everything. For him to, and we've seen LeBron, stare people down on the sidelines. We've seen probably people who have said things about him or whatever. For him to do what he did in Indiana, I knew it had to be something more than
over the top.
because when he came over, he was cursing, and the person on social media said, "Oh, they can't say obscene things, but you can." I'm like,
right.
he's not kicking somebody out because they said "f this, f that." Somebody had to say something that got him.
And that's what came out today. That, like I said, it was, they were saying something about Bronny, and at that point, get out of here.
It's too much.
Don't do that. I was going to say this. I was wondering the other day when I was watching the game, how many more years do you think LeBron has? I don't know what his contract is, but how many years do you think that he has left?
How old is he? 37?
37, right? Yeah. Because I was kind of looking at it. I was like, all right, I think, where's he at? And what else does he have left to prove?
He's slowing down, definitely.
Definitely. I think it's interesting because everybody keeps saying he wants to play with his son.
Okay.
Yeah. When's his son coming out?
So his son's a junior right now. So that means his senior year, 1 year out of school. And I don't think he's a one and done kid. Now, he could be because of who he is.
Right.
But talent-wise.
For his best interest, I don't think that's who he is.
I think the one and done is dumb. But
so I don't know. I think he has this year. I think he has it at least 2 years after this year to be, and then I think he could. And I don't know if I hope he doesn't just play to play, because I think that that always sours the career. You don't want to see that.
No,
but hey, he's still. He had 37 the other night.
Yeah, he's still
play.
Yeah, but I think there's two. He's got about 2 more years too. I think that. But the Lakers need some youth,
right?
And I think
so
stacking it with all these veterans.
2023.
I don't think it was a good idea. And I'm not sure. I've never been sold on Anthony Davis.
He's another one. He can't. If he's your one, you don't have a one.
Yeah, I've never been sold on him. He's just okay for me. Did he play with DeMarcus?
Yeah, for a year.
Yeah, I like DeMarcus better.
Well,
I don't know. It's something.
I don't know. I don't know if I'd say that. I say they're two. I think they're just two different players. But yeah, LeBron. I was looking here. He signed through 2023 with the Lakers. So he's got the 2 years left. I know you said he wants to play with his son, but you don't think LeBron's a one and done kind of player?
No. I'm sure. Like I said, I think he could do it, and somebody would take him.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm sure the Lakers will draft him to keep LeBron another year if they had to. It's a great story. But I think from what I've seen of him, I don't think that's the best path for him. It could be. I could be wrong. He could develop. He's like 6'5" now, something like that. So he's growing.
Okay.
But
which is wild because you remember him when he was like real young.
Is his girth like his father or no?
No, he's
skinny, right?
Yeah,
that's what I thought.
But LeBron was not the size that he was now, but he still was bigger.
He was bigger. Like Bronny's a 2.
Yeah, and LeBron still he had some shoulders. He was a big dude back in the day. But I don't know. I mean, like I said, I just look at it that. I mean, I like I said, I was going back just in the whole landscape of the NBA. There's so many good teams now this year, and I think that's what's really good for the NBA in general is that like in the East, like you said, Coach, and you look at it, the 1 seed and the 13 seed are 5 games apart. And that's fun. But I really do think you're going to see the Warriors back in the finals. I don't know who's going to come out of the East, but I think the Warriors are heading back to the finals.
Either them or Phoenix.
Yeah, I mean Phoenix is on like a 16-game winning streak. Yeah. Phoenix is good.
Yeah. Their guard play. I mean, that's what I'm saying. That's what they use. They use Draymond as the 5.
Yeah.
Warriors is running nothing but guards. Toronto can mess with them too. That's a good game. Toronto and the Warriors. Toronto's not bad. I was impressed with Toronto.
Yeah,
they're not bad.
They just can't score enough.
Right. They just don't have enough firepower, right? So
and the Suns are, like I said, the Suns are still good, very good.
Devin Booker, and you still got Chris Paul.
Yeah, you got Bridges playing really well out there.
Bridges playing well. Ayton is okay. You know what I'm saying? Like, they got some talent, man. And what's the lefty? Cameron Payne? Is he still there?
Yeah.
Yeah. So they got some.
I mean, I still think that the West is obviously is a much more of a dogfight, than the East.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well,
if you were to tell me who are the best 3 teams in the NBA.
Okay, so the top 3 teams in the NBA, when healthy. When healthy, you're going to say Brooklyn. You're going to go Golden State.
You talking about with Kyrie or out without Kyrie? Or is Kyrie in that? Okay.
Stay without. Even without. I mean,
I'm not going with Brooklyn without Kyrie.
Well, I'm not saying one. You're saying just like the best teams in general. I wasn't ranking them.
The top 3 or top 5?
Let's go top 5. That's
top 5 teams. All right. Well,
Brooklyn's in the top 5.
Okay. Brooklyn. You go Golden State
2,
Phoenix
3, Milwaukee.
Yeah, there's 4.
Philly.
It's hard for me to put the Sixers in that top 5 right now
because of the 2 and 8. Ever since COVID,
just in general. No, I mean just
they were 8 and 2, right? So you know what I'm saying, like I don't know.
If you go by record, right? If you go by record, the top 5 is Golden State, Phoenix, Brooklyn, Miami, Utah. All right, that's the top 5 by record.
Mm-hmm.
But then after that, the next 4 teams are all Eastern Conference teams. Mm-hmm. And then it's like the Clippers, Dallas. Nobody sold on them.
Nope.
Then you got another 2 Eastern Conference. Then it's Port. So I don't know. I think the Eastern Conference is a better conference right now.
Okay. Standings wise, you're not wrong, Coach. You're not wrong.
What about the Grizzlies? This is what Tony says about the Grizzlies. The Grizzlies tough. Is that with Conley?
No, that's with Ja.
Oh, Moran.
Yeah, but he just got injured. Hurt. So, I mean, fortunately, it said it's a sprain, but that still could be 2-3 weeks without him, But I know originally they were hoping that it wasn't any like structural damage. They thought he might have been out for the rest of the year.
I tell you who I like. That kid, Anthony Edwards.
Oh, yeah.
I can't stand him.
What?
Well, can you not stand him personality-wise? Because the kid can ball.
I don't like the way he plays. Like, I don't. Who can I compare? He's not a winner. He's gonna put up numbers, but his teams won't win. That's what I'll say. I'm trying to think of who I compare him to.
Oh, so he's
saying he's selfish.
Not even selfish, just the way he play. Like, I gotta score. Not. I'm not gonna pass you the ball, but I have to score. Like that's why. Like,
okay.
I think Minnesota's a bad place for him to be.
See, I think that's the same way I feel about Levine.
That's who I was gonna compare him to him, but I didn't want to because I don't think that's who Levine wants to be. I think Levine wants to win because I think you're seeing it now in Chicago. He's doing less when he has players around him.
Who was I talking? I'm trying to remember who I was talking. Man, if I was talking to a friend of mine's son, and he was a big Zach Levine, but he was like, "Yo, you know what?" He noticed that he just be jacking I'm like, yo, that's what I noticed too. And I was turned off from it. I was like, oh man, he's just. But he just tries to jack every time. He's like another shake on a better than shake, of course.
But he's not doing that this year.
Yeah, I was going to say. I mean, he was doing that at the time because of the role that he was playing with the Bulls.
I saw him twice this year. I'm only going by what I see.
Okay.
I'm not going by no other year. You know what I'm saying? Because I always was big on Levine.
Yeah, I've been a big
because he can jump crazy. But I like his dunks. But that Anthony Edwards, oh my gosh.
He's tough. He's very tough.
That might have been the best dunk I've seen in years.
Which one?
Who did he dunk on? Did he dunk on somebody?
They called the charge?
Oh, yeah.
They called a charge on it? Yeah. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, that was that.
Oh my goodness. They called a charge on that? Oh my goodness.
Yeah. They won a couple games ago.
Was that versus Utah?
It was who I can
my
see the guy
goodness.
Who was that?
I think I was almost asleep. And I said, I said, oh my gosh.
It was against
I mean, that's like dunk. Like that's like almost career ending dunk.
It was over Gabe Vincent.
On Utah?
Miami.
Miami.
Yeah.
In Miami?
No, Minnesota.
Oh my God.
Yeah, it was dirty. But Anthony Edwards, I mean, he's fine. He's really turned his game,
No, he's a good player.
Really turned his game around because not turned it around, but living up to the hype, I should say.
Yeah.
You know. But I mean, like I said, the thing is, it's going to be fun. It's going to be fun the rest of the way. I mean, I think, like I said, you're still 20 games into the season, 22 games into the season. A lot can change. Mm-hmm. But it's fun. I mean, I still think, like I said, I got to look and see what the Sixers' upcoming schedule looks like.
Well, we have Markelle Monday.
Speaking of, did you read about Markelle? Because Markelle had made some interesting comments about positive. And saying that no matter what, that when he, because Markelle Fultz, that's what, there's two things. It was someone said Tyrese Maxey has become what we wanted Markelle Fultz to be.
It's the truth, though.
And that's
the truth, though.
Yeah. And I looked at it and I said, yeah, you're right. That's exactly what we were hoping Markelle Fultz would be. But I forget what podcast it was on that, Markelle Fultz was talking about the Ben Simmons situation. And he said, as long as I was out there, I still was getting support from the Philadelphia fans, and I was still shown love. They were rooting me on, which I thought was very interesting because I was surprised to see him give that respect back to Philadelphia, Well,
I mean, it's the difference is that he obviously had a bona fide issue. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't like, Philly fans, they were frustrated, but they wasn't like demeaning him or like getting on his character, or he didn't expose his character like, say, Andrew Bynum. Like Ben Simmons' situation is kind of comparable to like the Andrew Bynum.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like Philly fans, I mean, I remember they had a big thing at Constitutional Hall. I think it was Constitution Hall or whatever. Big signing day for Andrew Bynum and Jason Richardson, and all the fans came out. It was like, yeah, we gonna win. We got a big man. I even became a season ticket holder, only for them not to win.
So is this more of a personal vendetta
against Andrew Bynum? No.
No, I mean, at
the end of the day, listen, I think that, I think Markelle Fultz is, Maxey's doing what Fultz.
Right, exactly.
Because what Sixers need, they needed somebody that could create off the dribble. Mm-hmm. They didn't have that. I think Maxey's a two. I actually think if you get rid of Ben Simmons and get you just a nice guard.
Right.
I think you'd be okay.
Yeah.
I think you would.
It's just crazy how this, I know we talk about it every show. I know it's on, but it's just crazy how this process is still just not even resolved. Like, and it's just, he's just sitting there and he's just sitting there.
It's not even close to being resolved.
No, it's not. It's not. And like, he's kind of an afterthought now. I mean, we know that he's taking money, and like you said, the roster spot is a zero, which kills you, because you're wasting that roster spot, and big time.
At this stage, like I said, I mean, I told you I thought a starting lineup of Simmons, Maxey, Curry, Tobias, and Embiid is a title team.
I think it's a very good team.
I think it's a title team. They satisfy all the pieces.
And then when you have Yang and Green coming off the bench, we've talked about this before. Yeah,
you satisfy all the pieces because and I think everybody's at the right spot. Ben wants to be a point guard. He doesn't want to shoot. He just wants to pass and create. He wants to be like Magic. You know what I'm saying? So just pass and create. That's fine. You know what I'm saying? But then you got Maxey, who's almost like, let's compare it to the Lakers. It could be like a little Byron Scott, right? He's like a little spark plug, right? He can score. He got to work on his J, though, because his J is flat.
Got to shoot better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Then you still got what? Curry. Curry's going to shoot crazy.
Yeah. I mean, he's having a great season.
Tobias will be the third option on that team. Okay.
Which is crazy.
Somewhere between two and
yeah, and that's the way he shouldn't be the third. In that lineup, he should be, especially for what he's getting paid, he should be your 2.
Well, the problem is Tobias struggles at the 3, right?
Right.
But the 4, he's okay.
Yes. Yeah.
Position he's got to play the 4.
What I'm saying too, I mean, he's
too slow.
Yeah, he can't.
For the 3. Yeah. It's the same. He almost has like a Melo problem.
Yeah.
Melo could not play the 3. Melo's a 4. You know what I'm saying? Where he could out quick other bigs or whatever the case may be. So I don't know, man. I think that's a title team, though.
I mean, I think that you put that together and this team can compete for a title. Absolutely.
That team still can't score in the fourth quarter.
Well, that's yeah. I mean, so what? Okay.
Now that I'll say is on Doc because that might be a scheme thing.
But I still think if you watch these games in the playoffs, it always comes down to somebody who's going to get a bucket.
Right. But I think that you and that's where I think that I mean not now because it's early, but that's where I think I can't speak. Maxey,
you didn't know a lot of things this morning.
Yeah, bro.
You know what I'm saying? That's all right.
It's Hanukkah. So much for that Hanukkah joy over there.
But that doesn't start till Sunday.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I think Maxey could be that guy who can go get a bucket.
Yeah. But as your guard, he's still a work in progress.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like judging, like I said, to me, a point guard says, damn, I tried to make this pass 2 times. Damn, he almost stole my Now I'm not gonna make that same pass again. And he made the same pass.
Right.
Damn.
Yeah, that's maturity. That's growing up and seeing the errors of your ways. And the thing with Maxey is I like that he's doing that now because I can see him making these changes because I know that he's willing to work to get better. So I can see that, come a playoff time or come something like that, you're not seeing him making these same mistakes. I think, like I said, if that lineup is very good, but like you said, Coach, it's where do you get that big time bucket from? Because you're not going to get it from Tobias. You're not going to get it from Ben.
From Embiid. Embiid's your closer.
Well, right. The problem with Embiid is he's going to get doubled on the block.
But he's not. But when he's getting doubled, right? Is he like getting on the block doubled, or is he like?
Well, he never catches the ball on the block.
No, right. That's what I'm saying, right?
That was last night. You see him, he's catching. First of all, they almost didn't get it in. That was the other problem. No, I think they were almost close to getting the violation.
Yeah.
But he caught it out right by the 3-point line. Yeah. But that, like I said, that was just I got to get this in.
He's looking this way, right? But he's not cognizant of this man coming baseline right behind you. It's like he's looking this way. It's like, yo, you gotta.
But he should know.
Have it on
right, he should know, and he's been doing this long enough that there should be a guy over there. If I go and I throw this out of this double team, there should be a guy over that way.
I mean, should be. I mean, he's got to see him.
Right.
But I'm saying, and in that situation, he knows I can't get a shot up. Let me throw this pass where Seth Curry should be.
I will say that in the Atlanta series, when Atlanta started doubling Embiid, they had Simmons cutting straight to the basket every time, and it worked. Simmons was catching. He was passing out of the catch, but it was helping Embiid. But now they don't. I don't know who that guy would be. They need that guy whoever's man's double just dives to the basket and it just gets the movement going.
Right.
It's the ball movement thing where that ball's just got to keep moving, and the more the ball moves, you can't double.
Right.
So, if you don't have that one-on-one guy, it's like the Warriors. Steph's not like a one-on-one. He can do it, but that's not his bread and butter. Isn't just give me the ball, clear out ISO.
Right. No, he benefits from
his
ball.
strength
Right. He needs that ball movement. He needs his body movement.
Right.
And if the ball moves, that's how people get open. So
I mean, he
it
is
can be the same thing.
His catch and shoot is just from anywhere, anytime. But like you said, it's ongoing. We'll see. I just what's their upcoming schedule look like? Kind of want to just bring that up real quick.
I know it's Orlando on Monday.
You got Orlando Monday.
It's a tough schedule.
Okay.
Orlando, Boston,
I'll say
Atlanta, Charlotte, I think.
Okay.
Something like that. So I mean, it's games that they could be right back into the 3 spot if they just win. Let me see if I think that's exactly what it is.
Well, I mean, just and of course you're going to have Embiid probably take a night or two off there. I don't think you're going to see him. They have any back-to-backs not play yet.
Orlando tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
Then you got the Celtics on Wednesday, Hawks on Friday, Hornets, Jazz, Warriors.
Yeah, it's just tough schedule.
Grizzlies, Heat,
Tough schedule.
Yeah, that's a tough.
Nets.
That's true. Yeah. Wow, that Heat Nets, oof, Jazz.
So
that's gonna be rough.
It doesn't get easier, but I mean, Celtics, Hawks, Hornets, they're better than those teams.
Yeah,
those are games you gotta win.
They're on the road though, right?
Yeah.
Yes, for all of them.
Yeah.
So, well, look, we'll see. I mean, like I said, it's going to be interesting, But with that said, another thing, so I want to get into. Shout out to the University of Michigan football beating Ohio State yesterday. Huge victory. Huge victory.
Are you a Michigan fan or just against Ohio State?
No, I'm actually been a Michigan fan.
Okay.
I've always been a Michigan fan. Always have. My cousin went there when I was younger. So I was an impressionable young man and, rooted for them. And big win yesterday. Big win for him. So, but, got to win that Big Ten championship for it to matter. So, and also, I don't know if you guys saw, there was Alabama and Auburn were playing last night in a wild, ended up going 4 overtimes, but it was crazy. I don't know if you guys watched the game. They had, and then realized how it works. Once you get to the 4th overtime, they go back to back for 2-point conversions.
Right.
And that's how they do it.
Yes.
And I didn't realize that was the rule. And I think it's so silly.
At this point, they're like, let's get this game over.
And I get that for safety purposes, but I just think if anything, like do like they do, that 25-yard line, and keep that going. Make them get it in, make them score the touchdown. But that was a wild game.
I don't know if you saw the celebration afterwards in the locker room. That was the first time I've seen Nick Saban celebrate.
Oh,
like he was dancing with the players. I was shocked.
Yeah, no, he does not normally do that.
I was shocked to see that.
But it's an amazing program he runs down there. Absolutely amazing program. And I'm sure as it develops, like we did before, we'll get into some of the college football, big bowl games and the playoff and how that'll shake out. So, but we'll see what happens. But
Hector Neris.
Yeah.
It's all right.
Yeah, Hector's gone.
Yeah, it's all good.
He's gonna go. He's out in Houston now. He's gonna be, probably be the.
He'll make the Philly Hall of Fame, right? Or what?
Actually, he might. He actually might. I hate to say it. You're right. He might, because he just set the record for all-time strikeouts by a reliever.
Just saying.
So
I'm just saying.
I hate when you bring things up, and I have to agree with you.
There's no way he makes the Hall of Fame.
The Wall of Fame.
Whatever.
I don't know. He might.
How long was he here?
About 8 years, 6 or 7 years.
No way.
No, listen, I don't think he should. But if statistically, they might put him up there.
Let him go. Shouldn't let him go. Happens. You know what I'm saying? He'll make it, though. He'll make it. Jim Tomey made it, right?
Yeah, but Jim Tomey had some massive years when he was here. Yeah.
He went to Hall of Fame, too, right?
Jim Tomey? Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Who did he retire as?
Cleveland Indian.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, he should have.
Why?
Because he spent 80% of his career there.
Okay.
Yeah.
How many years was he here for?
He told me he was here for 4 seasons. Yeah.
Like 3, right? I think it was 3.
3 or 4.
3 or 4.
Yeah.
He's already on the Wall of Fame, right? Right.
So there's a lot of space. There's a lot of space a lot of space that's got to get filled up.
I'm gonna say it's a big wall. It's a big building. It's a big wall.
Okay.
Big arena.
That's cool. That's cool.
It's a big wall.
Shane Victorino, right?
If you go cut the grass, you might get your name.
All
Up.
right. What about Victorino? He gets it. Sure.
Well, I don't know if he's up there yet. He's
I'm
not up
saying-
there yet, though.
But he gets it though, right?
Yeah, he should get up there. Yeah, but again, that's a guy you're talking about, a key part of the team.
No argument for me.
Yeah,
No argument.
you know, and then he's got even big hits when he's with the Red Sox.
Mhm.
So,
No argument for me. No argument. I'm just saying, rats. We lost out on them.
I know. Game changing.
It's all right.
Season changing.
But we still got your man.
Getting you the jersey for Christmas.
Right.
Oh, I'm getting a JT jersey.
No.
I'm getting it for Jay.
We still got Archie though, don't we? And we still got Archie.
I gotta see.
Right?
I think Archie's not under contract anymore after the season.
Really?
I think that was his last season. So we don't need to bring him back.
Oh, he was excited about Archie though.
I was, man. Archie was supposed to be a big piece in the bullpen.
Yeah. It's
So-
all good though.
You know. But all right, so listen. We always got to get into our predictions for today and our final thoughts. Jay, you want to lead it off?
Listen, it's a tough week coming up for me. It's going to be very tough. Very busy. So definitely going. Hopefully, we get through. You know what I mean? So, but looking forward to watching the Sixers tomorrow. Looking forward to this game today at 1.
Yes.
I'm not sure I'm indifferent. I probably will just root for my Giants. You know what I'm saying?
You know what? That's right.
It's funny too. I started to send you guys a video, and I'm not sure if I sent this on the last show, but I started to send you a video where somebody eloquently articulated that how they root for this New York team, but he's New York everything. So he roots for the Knicks, but if Brooklyn was to make it, he's going to root for Brooklyn. So he has a team, but he's New York everything. I just wanted, I don't know if did I share this with you guys already? Or
No.
I meant to send you the YouTube video of this person. You know what I'm saying? Just so that you guys can understand how.
Did this man wear a mask?
No, anyway.
Oh, okay.
No, I'm just saying.
Voice altering?
No. He said, listen, I'm a Knicks fan, but I'm New York everything. And I'm like, yo, that's like most New Yorkers. Like they have one team and then they're.
I think that's fine. I think the problem comes when you're just like New York, no matter what. Meaning, I don't have. It's just, it's New York. I'm a fan of that. I'm this. I'm a fan of that.
No, but that's New York everything.
No.
Well,
But there's got to be this.
Well, like you, and I'll give you this credit. Like you're a Knicks fan,
Right.
one.
Well, I'm a Sixers fan.
Oh, no, I'm saying, but when it comes to New York, you're a New York fan.
no,
one.
Let's go Yankees. You're a Yankees fan.
But I root for the Mets too.
But if the Yankees play the Mets, you want.
I'm going for Yankees.
Right.
Yeah, and that's acceptable.
That's fine.
Yeah.
That's
like
acceptable.
if the Giants played the Bills. You know what I'm saying? When they played the Bills,
like that
when they were in the Super Bowl. When they were in the Super Bowl, I was confused. You know what I'm saying? I was confused. I didn't know what to do. But I still went with Big Blue.
I'm gonna test your loyalty right now.
Okay, let's go.
The Jets play the Eagles next week.
Yes.
I'm gonna go Jets.
I don't believe you for once.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna tell you why.
No, not even Jets fans want to root for Jets fans. Come on, man.
I know. It's a terrible. They're gonna spank the Jets too, man. Is Flacco? I think Flacco's starting.
Yeah, and that's the thing is, I'm more scared of them with Flacco than without.
Yeah. But the Eagles stole the Jets' little chant.
Or the JETS, Jets.
Yeah. You know what I mean? And then the EAGLES, Eagles. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I mean, I feel like a lot of teams.
Like, Jets are known as gangrene.
You can't spell it. You can't spell it.
Like, I mean,
No, but the Jets are known as gangrene. And then now, my man told me the Eagles is known as gangrene. He's like, oh, yeah, gangrene. I'm like, gangrene?
When you're better, you can just take it.
That's my lunch now.
That's true.
It was funny, though, because yesterday when I was at my buddy's house for the Ohio State, huge Ohio State fans, I had his son who was like 3. He's going around going, "Go blue, go blue."
You can get people hurt.
I know he was not happy. He was like, "It was like Hank, you want dessert? You're going to stop that shit right now." And it wasn't a joke. He was getting heated.
Yeah, see. That's how my man is over them Cowboys, man. I'm like, damn, bro. You know what I'm saying? To see them lose the way they lost, he was upset, man. But yeah, that's what I'm looking forward to. A good week, though. Just praying that, we got the strength, and it was a very busy week this week. Very busy week this week.
Yeah, I'm sure it was.
Things. And we got a trip. And we're taking a trip to Lincoln University December 2nd, which is
Thursday.
Yeah.
Right?
Going to Lincoln University on a college tour. So just a very busy day. Very busy week this week.
Right.
Very busy.
You got a prediction for today?
But now I just thought about that. Damn, I'm like triple booked for Thursday. I got a trip. I got a parent-teacher conference. And damn. I'm sorry. I'm just thinking about that.
Okay.
Damn.
Glad we could help.
Yeah. What, Eagles and Giants?
Yeah, you got to give us a prediction, man.
Yeah, I'm going to go with Giants, man.
All right. What's the score, man?
But not mad if the Eagles win.
Caveat.
Actually, I'm gonna go with the Eagles, man. I hate that. I'm upset. I mean, with the Giants, what's the Giants record?
3-7.
3-7.
So we're out of it. We're done. Right? The Eagles, they're playing for something.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with Jalen. And I'm gonna tell you why. This is more of a life thing because I don't know. I'm serious. I'm telling you, I think I think people that don't like him, I think that they're minimizing his greatness. And I'm not sure why.
Fair enough.
You know what I'm saying? So I think I'm gonna go with the Eagles. I don't know the score. I don't have any score.
Okay.
Whatever.
All right. Okay. All right. Coach?
I'm going to go Eagles 34, Giants 17.
Okay. Oh, nice little easy win.
Yeah.
Nice little easy win.
Yeah.
All right. Any other final thoughts?
Nah, man, just getting back to the week, locked into basketball, high school started, back to those. I hate those 4 days off. You get into it and you're back out.
Yeah. Did y'all make cuts yet or no? As far as because I had people try out for the team or?
Yeah, I mean, it's a little different at a private.
I'm sure.
when you need people to pay that tuition.
Okay.
So it's a little different. But yeah, okay. I mean, what I can tell you this, when we came into the season, we were planning on having a varsity team and a JV team, and now we're gonna have a freshman team as well. So that's pretty good. So yeah,
nice. All right, yeah. Listen, man, it's funny because
you got scrimmages this week. Any scrimmage?
No, next Tuesday.
Next week.
Start.
Okay.
Next Tuesday.
Yeah, I know it's funny because you say that because even with baseball, I had guys talking about, well, coach, in the spring with the team, I was like, well, you got to work hard and see what happens. And it's in the back of my mind, I'm like, I don't know if you're going to be with us, because I have a couple kids, they're working hard.
You know what? Before we go,
yes,
I want to ask y'all what, and coach, I'm gonna need you to do your Ginsu work. You know what I'm saying? And slice this segment up for me.
Okay, I got
you. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna need your Ginsu work.
I got you.
Did y'all play Fruit Slicer, man? Was it Fruity?
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? That was a dope game. But anyway, listen, what, from each of you guys, before we go, what constitutes one of your players becoming a captain?
Oh, it's a great question. Man, I know. So I think
gotta know.
I think being named a captain is a 0.
Okay.
And what I mean by that is 99.99999% of the time, coaches go in, they pick the best seniors, and they're the captains for no reason. Just because they're seniors,
right?
Because they've maybe been in the program the longest. When that happens, usually you will have other players who are actually the real captains of the team.
Right.
So and I learned this from Coach Valori. Coach Valori doesn't name captains. And what is the captain, basketball-wise, what does a captain do? The captain's the guy that goes to the center of the court at the beginning of the game, meets with the referees.
Right.
They're the ones that say, 1, 2, 3, this, B, blah, 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 blah. So Valori said, you know what? I'm not naming captains. We're going to find out who the leaders are. And what happens? The refs say, captains come in. And everybody looks around. And then somebody will say,
I'm going.
Well, or not even that. Somebody will say, yo, go do that. Go do that.
Right.
The person who sent those people
Is the
That's your
captain.
captain.
Right. Wow.
That's your captain.
Wow.
Okay.
Because they're the ones that are taking charge. They're the ones that are, and so for us, it's always just been about, fine, here, go. And a lot of times for those things, like the things that like, oh, go talk to the other coach, go talk to the referees. We send guys that aren't playing,
Right.
because the guys that are playing need to warm up.
Right.
So that stuff doesn't matter. It's the people who take charge, who speak up, who help their teammates. Those are your captains. I think the captain thing has become so overblown and so
It's convoluted a little bit.
generalized,
Yeah, I got you.
like
Okay.
that. It doesn't matter. It doesn't make sense. It's not real. It's
Okay.
not pure anymore.
Okay.
The players on the team know who the captains are.
Yeah.
The real captains, not the people who are the name captains.
Okay.
They know who the leaders are, I should say. So I think a lot of times now when you see it, the people who are the captains aren't the leaders. Sometimes they are. Sometimes you're lucky enough where it works out and that's the right.
So is that like a change though? Or was that how it was in your playing day? Or it was different?
For me, I mean, coming up under Coach Valori, it was different. Like I was a captain my junior and senior year. In college, I was a captain my sophomore, junior, senior year.
Right.
Because I was a vocal like I just knew what was going on. So my coaches did that. So I think it's changed over time with the everybody gets a trophy philosophy.
Right.
Where the seniors have to be captains. Like why? Like,
Why?
Seniors,
That's what I'm saying.
Seniors don't.
Like I always thought captain was like, those who demonstrated leadership.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Because you can demonstrate that. You know what I'm saying? Even if you're not the best player, you demonstrate leadership by your commitment, by your effort, by your your words, your leadership, just being an example. But just to be picked,
Right.
like you didn't do anything.
Right.
You didn't. You barely showed up.
Right.
You this, that, and the third, and you just. It's like
Sends the wrong message.
I
it
agree.
sends a terrible message.
I think it's the guy.
a terrible message.
Like
Oh, my bad. Go ahead.
No, it's cool. Like I said, I think it's the guy who shows up and does what he's needed to ask and above without even being, coached into that.
Right.
And it kind of develops. Like I have a young man who has come out this fall first, and he's come out and he's taken on that role of captain by doing the right thing, leading others, doing that. So I think like the captain of your team kind of comes out of that woodwork on its own by the way that he presents himself. But I'd agree with you, Coach. Just because you're the best player on my team doesn't mean you're my captain, because there's plenty of teams where the guy who, exudes what you want your team to represent, it may not be your physically best player. So,
and it starts like that process to me starts the moment you lose your game, your playoff game the season before. So
Say that one more time.
So that process begins. The game ends. We're in the locker room.
That's right.
That process has started for the following season.
That's right.
Yeah.
Who's going to take control? And I'll use my son as an example. So he's always telling me, well, I want to have open gym. Have open gym.
Right.
Well, what do I need to do? I don't know. Put it together.
Right.
Like nobody else is doing it. So I'm like, just do it. Like text everybody. Hey, we're going to stay after school today. You got to go find a teacher. Like that's what leaders do.
Yep.
It's just different things like that. Like,
absolutely.
I just think that I totally agree with you. I think it sends the wrong message. I think you alienate the people that are out there really trying by rewarding someone that could really give two craps about it and didn't really care versus those who do care. And then you alienate those kids. Then in addition to that, you're almost promoting mediocrity.
Yeah.
You're promoting like a carelessness or whatever. I had a kid, quick story. I had a kid, I used to coach King's Christian. His name is Dylan. All right. And I wish I could find him too. He was he was like so to speak, like a little class clown. Right. Mm-hmm. So when he was at practice, everybody would be fooling around, playing around, this, that, because of him, right? So what I decided to do was, when it was time to make the captain, he was the captain. And he didn't understand it. He came to me and said, why'd you pick me as the captain? I said, because they all follow you.
You're the leader, yeah.
You're the leader. So it makes sense. But once I gave him the captainhood, he started, it became different. You know what I'm saying? His moms and him came up to me and said, yo, I appreciate what you're doing. You ain't realize different things he's going through in his life, blah, 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 blah. He's separated from his father, boom, boom. And he's acting out, this and that. But you came in, you did this, and I really appreciate it. And they seen a change in him. And sometimes that's what you should use, that empowering leadership, is you're rewarding kids, but you're also signifying, looking out for kids that have and hold that influence. But if you just say, you know what? I like this. I'm just going to make him that one. Who show nothing, then it's like, okay. Are we talking about really the talent, or is this more of cronyism one-on-one?
And the other thing too,
that's the thing that's disappointing.
Yeah.
And I have to, I you know what, because it's been bothering me, and I'm wondering, how do I handle this situation? I think just talking about it. I think that's the way to talk. I think that's the way to handle it. It's just talking about it. How do kids, like, you know, what makes somebody a captain?
And the other thing too is what I was going to say is there's always going to be a player on your team who, like, you need the players who necessarily don't perform as well on the field to be there as be catalysts of your team, because, you know, whether or not you realize it, and you guys do, is that those players that are on the bench, those players that are doing the dirty work, the warming the guys up and doing that, they are just as much as a key catalyst as the players that are getting the big hits.
Absolutely.
So that's why I don't look at a captain as the guy necessarily is my best hitter, my best fielder, or this, that. It's what do you do to make this team better when nobody's looking?
Right.
So,
absolutely.
You know.
And when you appoint captains for no reason, it just diminishes what the captaincy means.
Right.
And I also like to have the idea now on like, for example, on a team having like 2 or 3 captains and having 3 like different type of captains. Yeah, one may be your best player, you know, but then one is kind of like maybe like a bench guy. And you know what I'm saying? So it's like, okay, well, these guys are captains for what they bring to the table. And it kind of shows all the other guys that we need all these elements to make the team successful.
What if 2 of the 3 didn't show no leadership?
Well, that's the
last game was.
Well, that's on the coach.
All the way up until
they shouldn't be. They shouldn't even.
Right.
No, that's on the coach. From
now, one definitely I could see captain. You know what I'm saying? But the other 2, nah.
Well, and I
can't see it just based on the criteria that I think captainhood and leadership should be.
Absolutely.
Now, cronyism, sure, go ahead. Or whatever you want to, you know, articulate and kind of make it seem like whatever. But plain as day, like, your captain should be the one that's the leader of the team, the leader that's taking it, that's like at the locker room upset and mad at losses or whatever, and doing things during the off season or during the, you know, that's demonstrating like, yo, we gotta be this. I have to be better so that, you know what I'm saying?
Yes.
And that's just not the case, yo.
So, I mean, that's my, you know, I think we all make,
and that's disheartening.
No, it is, but I think, like I said, a good coach and good coaches look and see, you know, what the players bring to the field, to the court, whatever it may be,
right?
And what, like I said, they pick out characteristics from players that they want everybody to embody. Right. And that's what makes captains. Like I said, you know, you don't need to be the best player, you know, but if you have a attribute that you want the rest of your players to embody, those guys need to
right. And it is my last point, because what it teaches the kids is those that didn't get picked, they're looking like, what didn't I do?
Right.
Or even worse than that, what did the other person do? So I'm gonna do what they did.
Right.
Which is, you know, if they didn't do anything and they're being picked for the wrong reasons, so now, I'm not gonna show up to summer workouts. I'm not gonna show up to summer games. Instead of doing all the things I did, I'm gonna go so I guess that's not what coach wants me to do.
Right.
Maybe I should go a little bit more this way.
Right. You know what it's like? It's like failing, and it's like failing all year long, disrespecting your parents, and Santa Claus still comes and gets you everything you wanted.
Yeah. Or no matter what, Hanukkah Harry better show up.
That's I know. Okay.
No, there is no. So it was an old joke.
Oh no, I didn't even. No, I thought maybe you dipped that back into your memory banks. Now I thought they've been activated now. I don't know.
No.
Yeah, I appreciate that.
No, that's actually a really great question. Yeah. You actually want to Mike post that up on the.
That's what I said. Get into it up, man. If you don't mind,
I might post that up
because that's a big problem, and it makes kids feel some type of way about it.
Have you ever? One thing, coach. Because have you ever coached a team and not named the captain?
I never named captain.
Okay.
Right.
Interesting.
You just let the leadership show up.
Yeah. Like we all know who the leaders are. What we have to name. Yeah. And there might be for different points in your season, there might be different leaders. Yeah. So if I name Johnny the captain, right, and Johnny's struggling, right, but Johnny's the captain, that might hold this guy back from being like, yo, John, let's go, man. Like, I'm not like, but if we're all just here to play,
that's not my job to be team motivated. John's over here soaking, right?
Right.
And then it keeps everybody level headed, like, because I get it. Like, so for basketball wise, you need those guys that go out to the huddle, and that's what I love about Coach Flory. He's like, he'll name captains like, oh, and it's usually seniors, but he'll be like this. It doesn't mean anything. All that means is when the refs come, you go talk to them. Right. That's all it means. You have no power, no nothing. Like, and he's very clear about that. Right. So
because captain, say you're a captain, that's okay.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like that's a title. Yeah. People love titles.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? People love titles, man.
Yes, we do.
So, it's, like I said, I thought it was an interesting point. It's something that's been bothering me. And my initial reaction was to, take it a certain place. And I was like, let me take it. Because the one thing that I think that particularly my children, and particularly my culture, we are taught to overcome these type of adversities from a very young age, that there's some things that's just not going to be fair. I'll never forget Dominic Frischia. I'm saying, like, he was joking at me, right? So I joked back at him. But Sister Helen suspended me, and he didn't get suspended. Then the next day, or in 2 days when we came back, his brothers came up to the school wanting to fight me. You know what I'm saying? They like 21, 22.
Oh.
Called me the N-word, everything. You know what I'm saying? I think I was in 7th grade or 8th grade. You know what I'm saying? Coming up, they're looking for me. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, yo, you know what I mean? So, and then when I went to go tell Sister Helen that day, his brothers, his family members came up there, they threatened me, and they called me the N-word, XYZ. Nothing happened. Nothing. That's what I'm saying. Like, see, that stuff like that bothers me, because I can recognize, I can see it. Like, yo, you know what? Are you mistreating this person for any other reason? Is it something deeper? You know what I'm saying? So it's stuff like that. I'm not saying that's what it was, but I'm saying that that's what I have to teach my children. Right. That, hey, listen, you know what? This doesn't seem fair, son. But you know what? No worries.
We'll get through it.
Because you know what? Listen, this is just life, buddy. It's life.
It's another obstacle.
You know what I'm saying?
So, well, no, it's a good point. Very good point on the argument of the captaincy. So I'll post that up though. See what we got. So
yeah, but, I'm curious. I'm curious.
Absolutely, because I think you're going to get a lot of different responses on what makes a captain. So
right, I'm sure you are, but you can't listen. You can't tell me the captain of my let's say the captain of I'm running let's say my Four Walls team. You can't tell me the captain of my Four Walls teams is somebody that doesn't come to work.
Right.
like wait a minute. You know what I'm saying? You don't do nothing? Nah, come on.
No, absolutely.
So now I make you captain to make you start doing something.
And
that doesn't seem motivating to me. You know what I'm saying? Right. It seems like you're alienating all the other kids.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? In my opinion. So, and then people might wonder why we be a certain way, or why we play a certain way, or why we are a certain way. Like, sometimes you gotta just face some things head on. You know what I'm saying? And it's a balance for me, because like I care about people, and you know what I'm saying? And I think it's a great situation. But at the same time, this is my kids though, right? So, you know, kids, I don't want somebody else taking an opportunity away. But at the same time, that's what I'm saying. That's where the lessons come in, because you're gonna have to just keep fighting. That's the thing. Keep fighting, keep fighting. I didn't become a guidance counselor until I was like 41 or 40. Like, you know what I'm saying? I applied at different I even applied at the district that I'm a school board member in. And they didn't get it twice. You know what I'm saying? So, but I could have easily just been like, I quit. But I'm like, nah, you keep fighting. That's because that's what I was taught I had to do. Because I know some of the inequalities or some of the disadvantages of just me walking this earth. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So that's all.
No, I mean, you've been valid points, very valid points.
That's
so. Right. Well, like I said, I'm gonna post it up. We'll see what people say and how how it goes into different realms of the world and different sectors of life. So, well, listen. With that said, we had another great show today, fellas. Once again, you know, as always, you know, we'll see what happens today with the Eagles. Keep focused on the Sixers. I'm definitely going to go with the Eagles today. I think they're going to get the victory. You know, I'm going to go with a 28-17 win today for the Birds. But as always, like I said, you know, we appreciate you guys watching. You can always see all the episodes on the Four Walls Foundation page on YouTube and on our Facebook page on the Let's Get It page. And always looking for guests, always looking for people to comment and join us. For Coach Marcus Bullock, for Jason Bryce, I'm Randy Duckin. Appreciate you guys watching this morning. We'll catch you next time.